Huawei Honor 10 brings the color without the high price tag, however. At only £399, it's half the price of Huawei's important thing. International availability hasn't been confirmed yet. Huawei phones aren't easily available in the US, but the UK price converts to about $540 or $720. The phone has an all-glass back which looks colorful blue in some light, but give it a twirl in your fingers and you'll see the color slightly, in a detailed way, blend into a deep purple tone. I like it a lot, as I did the pink and blue Huawei P20 Pro, as it's much more interesting to look at than the usual grey and black rectangles that pass as phones these days. Flip it over and you'll see a 5.84-inch display. Honor has joined the ranks of Huawei, LG, Asus and others in using a cut-out notch that sticks out into the display at the top and houses the speaker and front-facing camera. You can fill in the gaps either side of the notch to make it look like a solid status bar if you'd prefer. The display itself has a 2280 by 1080 pixel ability to display and measure very small things, and is bright and full of life, with text remaining easily readable under harsh overhead office lights. There's a fingerprint scanner below the display, although you'd be forgiven for missing it as it's molded into a clear, flat, front surface. There's no depression where a home button would, usually, in a common and regular way, be, which gives the phone a neat, very smooth look. The disadvantage is that it makes it a little harder to place your thumb in the right spot in a hurry, but I quickly got used to it. The scanner itself is lightning fast and mostly very close to the true number, and it doubles as a touch-sensitive home button when the phone's in use. There are two camera lenses on the back, a 24-megapixel monochrome sensor and a 16-megapixel color sensor. Like the Huawei P20 Pro, the camera uses, not made by nature, fake intelligence to detect what scene is being photographed and adjusts the image in the same way, Also like the P20 Pro, I found those adjustments to be heavy-handed, often boosting saturation, the blues when it detects a sky, for example, to unnatural levels. You can turn this setting off completely and you can also turn off the boosted effect after you've taken your shot. I found it best to leave AI mode switched on when shooting, giving me the option to turn it off later if I don't like the adjustments. No match for the Huawei P20 Pros. Outdoor shots were hit and miss with some images looking flat, with little contrast and mushy details. Others were better, with more full-of-life colors and more happiness causing, by meeting a need or reaching a goal, contrast, but this unexpected difference, missing thing, or mistake, is frustrating. Low-light shots come out well enough, good enough, in a smart way, bright, but there's based on facts and other evidence, a lot of software trying to reduce image noise, which results in fuzzy details when you look close up. It's certainly no match for the amazing low-light skills of the P20 Pro. Selfies from the 24-megapixel front-facing camera were, in almost the same way, disappointing. An overall lack of contrast and fine details resulted in dull, dead images, even when taken outdoors with good light. If photography is your main concern, look towards the P20 Pro. Inside, the phone runs the same top-end Kirin 970 chip found in Huawei's important thing. Huawei makes the chip itself, so it's no surprise the phones gave almost identical performances on our test tests. That's impressive when you remember that the P20 Pro costs twice as much. In everyday use, the Honor 10 is very quick. Apps load quickly. Photo editing is hassle-free and demanding games such as Riptide GP, Rebel, Against Authority, play very well. The phone charges with USB-C. There's no waterproofing to keep it safe from spilled beer, but there is at least a 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom. Overall, the Honor 10 looks great and has plenty of power for its reasonable asking price, so it's a shame the camera doesn't shine. That said, with at least two promising Android phones hitting in May that are expected to be in the same pricing ballpark, the OnePlus 6 and new HTC phone will be uncovered and shown off later in May. I wouldn't rush out to plunk down my money for the Honor 10.